Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Addams Family Mystery Mansion. This is part 2 to the Halloween Stories, the finale of this playthrough of Halloween 2021, based off of the movie of the same, Addams Family Movie 2. Hopefully you were able to see the film, and, well, if you're looking at when this video was released, it's been a year. Whoops. Sorry about that. Some things had come up, but hey, at least I'm releasing this during the month of Halloween, so, and hey, you know what? It's been a year, so you better have watched the film, so, because if not, you're just gonna lose go all over your head. And I might talk about it a little bit as well, so just bear warning, not too spoilery, but just beware. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at some things, because there's a lot to talk about, and this video is a little bit lengthy as it is. So here's the first thing we're going to take a look at. First is this art splash screen that was made by an artist. One of the artists who does the artwork for this game, so it's kind of interesting to see, like, without the whole coloring thing, that this was what it looked like. There's that. Something I forgot to show off was the thumbnail for, or the app icon, which is this. And it's a little bit weirder this time, because normally you would see that on Wednesday, right? Well, if you're curious, this is what it looks like. And the art backdrop seemed a little more not scary, spooky, not really festive for Halloween. But if you think that's worse, there's another one, this one to be precise, and this one looks even worse because the green background makes it look like it's snowing. But that's just me! I don't know. I just think it just looks weird. Anyways, let's take a look at some of the stuff from the social that Pixowl has released during this update. There's a lot to go through. The first thing is this, basically talking about the outfits that came out for this month, or this season, which is actually quite interesting, so be on the lookout for that. It is quite interesting indeed, to the point where it just makes it so much more weirder to put into perspective, but hey, whatever, it seems to be the case. During this time there was an issue, and I didn't get to show this off, but I might as well go ahead and talk about this, because apparently there was a problem with the camper with the final reward. Basically, people have gotten this thing and accidentally lost it, and there are some things here to solve the issue. Basically, empty the promo page or tab in order to get the items itself, taking a screenshot of everything currently available in the promo tab, so that basically, and restore a hot fix to remain issues before completing the thing. Looking back at this, trying to remember what exactly happened, I think I've recalled what it was. So, in order to get this camper, it goes to the promo page, and it'll basically, you can get it from there. Unfortunately, for some reason, if you had anything in the promo portion before, this thing just wipes everything out, so oopsie daisy. So they're basically telling you to, at the moment when you're unlocking this thing, make sure you don't have anything in there, or if you do, take a screenshot so that they can replace it, and eventually they would put up an update to have a hotfix for this issue, so oops, no. Sometimes things don't work out the way they would. Well, would it? Oh well. So anyways, we have a contest here to basically show off your mansion during this time, and basically people who participate, 5 winners, will get 5 free outfits. I think it's just one each for each outfit. I think that's what they're trying to say here. I don't think everyone gets 5 free outfits. That's kind of crazy, but that just might be me. So, anyways, here's an animation, basically new animations showing off the grand prize for this item, if you call it that. Basically, it's that one scene from Wednesday sitting in Miami and getting, the crowd on her, because, why not? During this time, too, there was also the live feature for the Match 3 bundles. And at first, I was wondering if it was the camper was going to be it, but now it's this thing, so I ended up being relieved over that. Another thing here is that Vacation Pack became on sale, and they got a little animation for it, so you got a good look at that, which is quite cute indeed. You know, very nice and very nice. We also have this one, Tell Us a Horror Story, basically another contest, basically to talk about your favorite Halloween story, and you might get a outfit and a handful of rubies. Ooh, 3 winners ended up winning that one, so I hope you guys got a good one for that one. We have another animation basically talking about the new premium pack being made available. I'm assuming for, you know, for moolah, the right price. And of course, we have a special Unhappy Halloween from the team, because this was released during the Halloween one, so wouldn't you know that. And finally, last but not least, which we'll be looking at near the end, is in November, they released the Dallas de los Muertos pack, or the Day of the Dead, that Mexican folklore ended up celebrating, which is actually quite cute. Not cute, what? God. I'm sorry, I don't mean it to say it like that. I just mean it's cute that they decide to make the game themselves, not the holiday. And I digress, let's move on. Right, so that's not the only thing I want to share with you. As you know, this was promoting the new movie Addams Family 2 that was coming out there in that year of 2021. What's interesting about it is that the actual Addams Family page, movie Facebook page, actually ended up promoting the Addams Family Mystery Mansion again. In fact, here's a little clip of it using the actual in-game trailer that they actually had during this time, which is actually quite interesting indeed. So there's that there as well. But that's not the only thing. Apparently, there was another game, Roblox anyways, and there was Roblox has different games inside there, and there have been companies who actually done stuff with them too. Well, this one's actually weird because of the partnership with something called Ghostopia, and they actually ended up doing an Addams Family 2 special event, kinda. Basically, you would have to collect these postcards around the map and then give it to the character, and then they will give you some Addams Family themed items and costume and decorations and things of that nature, as you would expect. And that's quite interesting indeed, so kudos to them there. Not too bad. And of course, during this time, Addams Family Mansion Mayhem was released to the public, and that's a game, that's for sure. And what's interesting about it is that I ended up getting it, and I might play it near the future, but I don't know. But let's just say it's confusing now, because there's now 2 games of the Addams Family that has the word mansion in it, but I digress. It's whatever. Right, now then, let's just go ahead and finally jump into this game. This is taking place back in October the 4th, and we'll be continuing off where we last left off in the quest line. So let's jump in. As I said, we'll start right where we last left off.
Some of the outfits we are wearing in these travel photos are indescribable.
I can't decide if they're good disgusting or just outright fashion crimes. Both, of course. That's why I brought some back to wear as Halloween outfits.
Oh, that's your excuse, huh?
You guys can wear them. After what you put me through, it's an ample punishment.
Do you think she's still pissed about the whole thing that happened back in Texas? You know, the thing that her father ended up doing? I think she might be a little bit bummed about that. Yeah, whatever. But, don't worry. Everyone got to wear their weird costumes. And, yeah, look at that. Our first costume we get is that of Pugsley's costume of the Alamo. And, very weird costume for Halloween. But, hey, if once you know it's promoting the movie, now it makes sense. But as far as Halloween goes, not really. Yeah.
Where did our cookie holiday trip start, anyway? It's all a little fuzzy now.
Gotta love Cowboy Pugsley wearing his cowboy outfit, both in-game and in dialogue.
At the science fair when I debuted my DNA splicer. Are you losing your memory, Pugsley?
Oh yeah, that's right. So you're basically responsible for the whole thing then.
Keep talking like that, and I'll make sure your memory loss becomes permanent.
The road less remembered. Place a DNA splicer and get some sort of syringe. Cool. Now, the one thing I will give the team credit for is that it will talk a little bit about the movie, but not to the vein of actually spoiling anything from the movie. This is basically taking place after the fact, so any events that happened before, it's more or less reminiscing. And the only thing they kind of spoil for you is stuff that has been seen through the trailers or something that's, yeah, basically what they release publicly, so you pretty much know basic stuff that has happened, and they kind of hint things here and there. Again, I won't spoil too much about the movie, but needless to say, oh boy, oh yeah, the camper. That's a fun experiment that actually ended up happening. And oh look, we ended up getting the road signs, which will not be needed for a little while. But hey, whatever, I got 2 of the things needed. Right, let's take a quick detour on the camper. We ended up getting one of these stuff done, and we need to get the hanging shark getting going. However, there's some interesting things to note. First of all, there's this new addition for 2 of the spiders. That's not all. There's also this weird thing, and I thought, what is this? That's strange. What does it do? So I ended up testing it by basically, going after it eventually when I finally do it. Alright, now I got the show off. So these ended up turning into that. Ah, gotcha. And that's not the only thing. There's also the purple one. So the purple plant turned into this. So, yeah. Interesting layout. Anyways, hey look, we got Socrates' Mazuka hat. Oh boy. Yay, now we can continue with that quest line. But we don't really need it, but he does an animation with it, which actually does help giving us one thing, so that's not too bad of a case, that's for sure. But, anyways, yeah, we have him to dress up like that if we want to. And, yeah, we just need the carpet in order for him to do that, which I will show off in this video, so be on the lookout for that. Regardless, though, we have a few more things here, so let's just put him back to his spooky pumpkin from last year, 2020. Yeah, there you go. There's a spooky boy. Right, so we have our good old photographer. I think Sophia is what her name. Sophia, I think. I might be mistaken. But this is interesting because this has been 1 year since she was introduced. That's right. Halloween 2020 was when she was introduced with the mechanic. And when I do archive that, you will see, unless it's in the, if you're watching this chronologically when they were released, then it would make sense. But if you're watching them as they were released during the time, it would not make sense with the comment. But needless to say, yeah, showcasing that was quite interesting when that came out because it was a bit of an experiment. And then I use her now every event, because I like to show off all the animations and whatnot and reminisce while I go ahead and reflect back in the past of what I remembered. But anyways, we got the items, so now let's put this down and continue on with the story. Oh boy. Can't wait. We need to put this thing down. Yeah, we're at about here, probably.
I used that syringe to take some of your DNA for testing, Pugsley.
Oh yeah? Did the test show how awesome I am?
Sorta. It set off the radiation and toxic waste alarms in the lab.
Oh, haha, isn't that funny? Huh, 'cause Pugsley's toxic. I get it. Yeah, alright, whatever. Night, then. We're gonna get to the next part of the story, but let's go ahead and see. We got another one of these, so I might as well put this down here. Another producer of raw items.
I'll never understand why people buy souvenirs to remember their journeys. I mean, you can take road signs anytime you want, and they're free!
Stealing signs is illegal, Pugsley.
I know! That's what makes it so much fun!
Sign of the times. Place the highway signs, obtain Pugsley's voodoo dolls. Oh boy, I can only really see where this is going with this quest line. It's not like I've foreseen this anyways, but you don't know that. For those who haven't played this update during the time, this will be new to you. But not to me, because I'm reminiscing and recalling this back from the past. A year ago, to be precise. Ooh, spooky. Took me too long to make this, but I digress. Anyways, Now then, the movie itself was actually a little bit, I will say, better than the first one, that's for sure. However, it falls in the whole kind of like, oh, family trip, but wacky, ooh. But at least they were doing stuff, and it was a little bit better. Although it had this weird story, a main story with the thing involving Wednesday, and it's very odd. Like, it's like, felt like it was just shoehorned in. Oh, yeah. Again, I'm trying my best. I'm not going to say anything because, just in case. I don't want to piss people off by spoiling it. But anyways, let's go back into the camper, and I believe we have... Oh yeah, that's funny. No one can do anything because this whole thing is just a fun little experiment on the side to get stuff. So, yeah. And no new costumes can be put in here, so... Yeah. But yeah, anyways, we still need some of this stuff in order to get the shark going. But yeah, slowly but surely, this camper is going to be all good to go. And when it does, we'll get our item, which will produce us with a very special currency, which I won't spoil just yet. But yeah, it's taken a little while for this, and I finally unlocked that. But unfortunately, I didn't get the gold pass just yet. So, this is basically worthless to me, in a sense. But, oh well, I'll get it eventually. Definitely during this part, like this video you're watching, don't worry about that, but not during this clip. Anyways, we're now on the 6th of October, and we finally got one of these things done. So once we click on this, hey, look at that, we're all done. Now we just have to get through, not Kitty, I'm sorry, please. Yeah, this. And it's ready getting going, wouldn't you know that? So anyways, let me have my past self talk about this feature.
I'm going to make this off-brand comment while I'm doing this kind of quest line here. I think this is kind of an interesting idea to kind of have, you being able to fix this by using crafting, kind of like what they did with the simulation stuff. And this might open up potential to, like... It might solve the problem when it comes to the crafting for the events, because usually the crafting's items, they're just there, right? You don't use them for anything, besides selling stuff, but even then you don't really use it. That could probably be solved for like having little areas like this, right? And then this kind of like, I'll give you a scenario. Imagine if one of the examples is like, oh, well, there's this item we need to get that's like, right over here. But, oh no, we only have this little room here. Well, let's get our items to craft and open up the next area, right? And then they like little by little, they open the little things up. And then they get to the item they want, right? And you do one last thing. And then once you complete that, then hooray, that item that you just helped craft, now you keep it. Like, it's like a grand prize thing. So, maybe this could be something in the future. I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe by the time the video comes out, that might have already happened. I'm not too sure, but this is just back when this event is going on. And, possibly that's just where my head is at. It would be interesting to see them kind of play around with the whole traveling thing. So, I don't know. Maybe it could be useful. We'll see.
A year has passed and none of that has actually happened, but don't worry, I'll explain a little bit more in depth of what I meant by that right after we finish this, right about now.
You're looking at all those antlers as if they're dear to your heart, Pugsley.
Ha! You're coming around to my sense of humor, sis. That's great.
I knew it was wrong the second I said it. Let's forget this moment ever happened.
Wednesday's getting affected by the punnies. Oh no. God, I can never escape the puns, aren't I? I'm just cursed.
What are you writing, Mother?
I'm recording our trip so future Addams family members can read about it. You should have more light and better surface to run on, Mom. Let us help you. Now that you bring it up, it is dark in here. Even for me.
Stranger than fiction. Repair the lights, the lamp, and the desk. And that's fun and dandy. Now, what I meant by that is the fact... Oh, yeah, look at the shark. It's done. Alright, I can do the small Sangelier, so why don't we do that right now? And, you know what, let's see, this black lamp, you know, it's going to take a little while, but that's not going to be too bad. So let's just see this, and ooh. Ah. Oh boy. The books. One from the scene, and one from the crafting. Oh boy. If you weren't leveled enough to get this, then, you were pretty much screwed. But anyways, I got it just fine. Anyways, I got the black lamp going on here, so it's going to be a little while. But anyways, what I meant by that before, my comment in the past, is that I was thinking that this could be something in the sense of like how Family Guy The Quest for Stuff used to have their little events where you would unlock each area or district every now and then. And I thought, you know, you'd craft your way into newer areas would actually make it interesting, so that kind of involves a little bit more in-depth of certain things. Now, this could have just been a one-off stuff, but I don't know. It could have been interesting, but I think it took a lot more work to put in the map and everything like that in there. But, you know, it was something. That's for sure. At least we got to visit inside the camper for a little while. Yeah, unfortunately, it was only for a little while. Basically, it was only for... I'll go in the past, in the future. Sorry. I'll go in the future talking about when exactly this is how long this took on place for, but needless to say, it was roughly the whole year. Basically the amount of time the movie would be out, and by the time it came out to actually be released on DVDs and Blu-rays and whatnot, that was during the time when the camper would be gone permanently. Now then, there is an exception to this. At one point, this ended up getting extended to another month. And I ended up talking about this during the playlist down below. You'll see in the future in the timeline. So I won't go indulge into that just yet. This is all about the family Halloween special based on the movie, which actually, you know, it was better than the first one, but, you know, not really a Halloween movie, that's for sure. Could have been released during the summer, if you tell me. But anyways, let's put these signs down. I wonder where he stole this from the highway. Like, where is it for? I don't know. I guess we'll never get to see, hey?
Where'd that doll come from Wednesday?
Does it look familiar, little brother? Does it hurt when I twist the doll's little arm?
Ow, ow, ow! I mean, no, it doesn't hurt at all.
Let's put the road signs in my room, and I'll make sure the doll stays safe for now.
Oh god, Wednesday, that's kind of, oh, that's disturbing of you. You know what, why don't I, let me just do that right now. Let me just take this out of Pugsley's room and, bring it back into your room, okay? Just please don't hurt me. Yeah, please don't hurt me. Right, we're gonna put it there. Nah, we're not gonna do that. Though it'd be funny, though, if that was the case. It'd be narrative-wise, but,
What was your favorite part of our road trip, children? Getting a big rock from the Grand Canyon was the high point for me.
Not that thing that happened at the end, huh?
Oh god, are you referring to that one bit? Oh no. If you know, you know.
By the way, whatever became of that chunk of rock, Pugsley?
The Grand Memento. Place the Grand Canyon chair and obtain Grand Canyon piece. Now that's what I call grand. And then the stupid, like, oh god, the jokes in that movie. And then you get to hear it talk, or basically sing, and it's just Snoop Dogg, and I'm just like, oh. Again, I said it was good. I didn't say it was great. But hey, look, it's the thing that came up during the 7th, and yeah, it's the rowdy motorcycle from that one scene. Not gonna do it though, unfortunately. But yeah, we got the canyon rocks, and now we can put this monument down. I have to find out a place to put it, and I think I'm gonna put it outside because, yep, Gomez is gonna use it, and he's gonna be telling his stories outside to the trick-or-treaters who will never come to the mansion because look at this place. Do you really want to come into this place? No, it's a hoarder's paradise. Because I cannot, there is no space to put stuff. I don't know why. It's just there. It just exists now. It's the Addams.
I turned that Grand Canyon rock into this great chair. Isn't it cool?
The workmanship looks too good for you to have made it. Who helped you?
Well, Larsa did the sculpting, but it was my vision! I guess it was a team effort.
I gotta love Lurch's voice. I love Lurch. He's the best. He's always the guy who likes to help people. I mean, instead of Thing, but you know.
You're pretty proud of that volcano diorama, aren't you, son?
You bet. I've been wanting to make one since seeing the basic version of it on the science fair, but mine is way more flammable and dangerous.
What happens when lava touches the objects on the table?
Oh, I know! They catch on fire! Oops, I guess I better put that little blaze out.
Whole lot of lava. Yeah, it would help, man, Pugsley. Alright, obtain some stuff here. Now, we're going to be doing this, but we're going to be taking a detour because now we're going to be focusing our attention on getting the camper done. So once we get the camper done, we'll continue on with the story here. So, you know, it's going to be a little while just to get to where we need to get to, so don't worry. And partially it's because we're trying to level up to get to the volcano diorama, which was from the film, in the beginning scene to be precise. But hey, we got the lamp done, so that's great. And wouldn't you know it, I ended up getting enough stuff to get this on my off time. Hooray! I'm so proud of myself. Let's go ahead and fade out after 7 minutes and continue on with the story.
You should turn your journal into a movie, Mom. No one reads books anymore.
Nobody would believe what happened to us if it was a documentary, Pugsley.
Sis, I was thinking more of a horror movie anyways, starring you.
To be fair, I think you already did make a movie about it. Ha ha ha.
All this work has sharpened my appetite. Lurch, could you whip us some food?
Kitchen broken.
Let me rephrase that. Lurch, can you help us fix the kitchen so you can prepare a meal?
Does he have a choice? Won't work for food. Engage the fridge, the counter, and the bar. Cool. Alright, so I guess we're going to need to do that. We need the fridge for this, so that makes sense, and the main table for that. Actually, you know, the items they ask for actually make sense, so I'm not going to be too bothered by that, to be sure. But, oh yeah, ooh, using hammers. I guess I get it, but that's a big, that's a hard thing to do, especially with people needing it for room expansion, but I digress. I ended up getting it through, so that's just quite fine. But hey, look at this. Hey, look, we unlocked Thing, but that's not going to be the case. We've been on for a little while, so why don't we take a quick little break, and we'll be right back with some more Addams.
I might as well make this note here just for the future, just when I do this video. So, I was just kind of playing around with this, and as you can see, I'm on level 21, so as I've been playing it, I've been enjoying it a bit more. Partially that could also be because I had to play Match Island and got used to the puzzle stuff, but, you know, it's a lot more better than it was introduced back in August, so, yeah. But one last thing that they added was when you finish something or when you ran out of life and you said quit, usually it'll just take you back out of the game. This time around, it will take away like your lives up here, like right here. However, instead of kicking you out when you quit, it will say, "Do you want to try again?" And then if you say yes, it'll reset the thing back then, so you don't have to come back into the game. So it's a nice quality of life edit. I might as well add this here because God knows I'm probably going to forget once this video comes live.
Thanks, Past Grim. I did indeed forget, and now you made me look more like an idiot. Fantastic. I was way too early. Turns out my little thing I put there to remind myself was not because I ended up putting an ad break for some reason. No! This was when I decided to talk about the fact they kind of altered a little bit with the puzzling feature, which is nice, a little quality of life thing, but, you know, I'm glad I put that in there because, again, a year later, I would have never have known that, so I'm glad I record these now. It helps me out.
There's nothing like hard work to make newt stew taste even more squishy. Yum!
Personally, I think nothing is more delicious than a life of leisure.
And I guess Lurch and I am doing all the work just made your lunch taste better.
I wonder if Father will actually get some work done.
Karita, your chair. It's practically destroyed.
Well, you know how Kitty gets when he's on the catnip.
Oh yeah, just like in the movie, him and it.
Look, he bent you up your golf clubs as well.
No! Not my precious clubs. That's it. Kitty, no more catnip for you.
The kitty claws. Alright, get the Morticia's chair fixed and get the golf club fixed. Again, needing that crowbar stuff. Oh, God. But, I have enough, so, again, why am I complaining? It's just, in general, it's just, oh, God. But, yeah. Oh, man. Dear, oh, dear. Can't you believe why I'm kind of started to change things up? I'm so glad I've changed things up now, because this makes it a lot more better for me when it comes to editing this stuff in the future. But for now, looking back here, it's not too bad. We also got this triple pack during the Addams mansion area, so that's fine. But anyways, let's finish off with the kitty's destruction pact.
Kitty, you should be ashamed of yourself for the destruction you caused. Don't worry, my feline friend. I can't stay angry at you for long.
You have no idea how hard it was to try to find lion noises. Oh, God.
We're almost done repairing the camper. Soon it'll be back to its horrendous glory.
I love it when a plan comes together, especially when I don't have to work at it.
Since you've been taking it easy, Gomez, you wouldn't mind fixing this couch.
It would be better if I held my tongue sometimes, wouldn't it?
Ready for the road. Prepare the last 3 things. And Gomez, you should have shut your mouth. Now you gotta work your ass off like your family did. Oh boy. Yeah. And this comes not only with rubies, but the special grand prize that we've been working on. We've been inside the actual prize, wouldn't you know it? And hey, look at that. We got good for the divider, so that's going to be work. We got stuff for the long chair, and we got stuff for the fancy cupboard. Yay, we did it. So now we just have to wait our time, and everything will be good. But now, I think it's a good, perfect time to take an ad break. That's right, folks. Finally, I got the chance to do it. So let's go ahead and take a break. Bye-bye. Welcome back. Anyways, let's start with the Embracing Beauty. You didn't miss anything. I decided to go level up the system because, why don't we take a break before we actually get to the good stuff?
Now I feel refreshed and rejuvenated.
But you look just as wrenched and rotten as ever, Fester.
I know! Isn't it great?
Perhaps we should set up our own Addams Day Spa one of these days.
Yay, Addams Day Spa stuff. Yeah, this is stuff. Don't worry, this is not going to be a minor detour. It's just a one-off thing, because we're going to continue on with the next quest here, and then that will be it for this video. The next stuff will come in the next part.
Now that Fester's finished, I can finally have some time to relax.
What are you doing, Mother? Do you need any help?
You almost startled me, Wednesday. Your stealth skills are improving.
Let me help you fill the bathtub so you can have a relaxing soak just like in a flood.
Alright, acid isn't cool. Alright, get the bathtub and the towel rack. Good, perfect, great, fantastic, thumbs up. Right, I hope you enjoyed that little off-brand stuff back in the 9th of October, because 50 at the end, ooh, God, too much. But anyways, let's go ahead and finish off with the main grand prize. Ah yes, here we go. Let's finish this off and be done with it, shall we? I think our trip and fixing the camper afterward improved our teamwork.
I guess your father was right. It did bring us closer together than ever before.
Everyone still needs to pay for what you put me through in Texas, though.
Hey, we did it! Look, it's a grand prize. The camper thing. Now this camper area is completely useless. We won't get to do anything. Can't do anything because the quests are done. That's it. we can come in every day to get some of the points, but that's about it. This whole area, that's it. But yeah, this is the inside of the camper, everybody. This is what it looks like. Kind of cool. Yep, this is where they live. So this is now done. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and put our item down, shall we? So now we're back at the mansion. Let's put our new item down, where the controversial glitch happened. But don't worry, I have nothing in my promotion. So there it is. Look at that. It drops us some rubies. Every day, it drops us one. And it makes me a very happy boy. As you can see, my failed attempt at drawing a smiley face. But I digress. Anywho, ooh boy, that is huge. Now the problem is trying to find where to put you. Can't put you anywhere I can think of. Yeah, everything's too crowded, man. I'm sorry, you should have come in earlier. Kind of reserved your spot. Oh wait, you know what? I have a good idea. I have a perfect idea. Yes, up here. Yes, here. Haha, next to the other weird stuff. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Camper's done. Now we got a ruby every day. That's right. 364 things a day. Oh, finally got the stuff, by the way. Oh, by the way, sorry about the whole screen going in and out. Weird audio problems. Not audio problems, visual problems. Because screens started showing up UI stuff that I don't want people to see. Namely, nothing too important, but I don't want phone stuff to be like, see, this is what took place back then, at this time. But yeah, now we're at the next day of the 10th, if you're curious. But yeah, you know, we're slowly chipping it away, as per normal. But now we get to do this little animation here. And we get to see our first animation, finally. Which actually is appropriate because this is Pugsley, which is our first thing we get. So basically it goes underneath here, and there's a local volcano stuff. Yep, he does this stuff. Making stuff around. Looks like he's getting ready for the volcano thing. Comes out. And I think it's about to erupt. Yep, and boom. Look at that. Oops, fire. And yeah, just ignore the fact that this animation is over top of another animation because, you know, how they ended up making this work is that they put an animation over top of the actual inanimate object. So you get this weird texturing thing going on. But, you know, from far away, it looks pretty good. But when you go zoom up close, like what I do here, yeah, you can see the little things they ended up doing to try to make things interesting as far as, like, how they end up doing this stuff. But hey, whatever. That's cool. Now we can pretty much complete this quest line and then come back after we're done with this. Because when we do, that will be it. So here's our next prize.
Wednesday, have you noticed anything strange lately?
You mean like eyes form of tiny beings materializing and watching you?
That's exactly what I mean. I thought I was going crazy for a second.
I was just kidding, Pugsley. I haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah, there's gonna finally talk about the eyeballs. Finally get to talk about what's the deal with them in a minute.
Morticia, these flowers are magnificently horrible! Where'd you get them?
They're normal flowers Petunia got in assimilation, but now they have eyes.
That one just winked at me! You should think about pruning them.
I don't think it's the flowers themselves. It's something on them.
I love flowers. Aren't you cute? Place that and get the the watchful flower. Oh boy, and it's the next day. Isn't that great? Now then, something I might have mentioned back in the past, and I don't recall, but I'm going to say here just in case. But there was actually there's a group called Meow Wolf, which is an art exhibit showcase of sorts, and there's also a piece of kind of like commentary in a sense. Well, they did this bit called Omega Mart, and they actually have commercials and all that stuff. Oh, I forgot. Morticia glitched herself. Oh boy. anyways, the vacation pack is here. We'll talk about that in a minute. But anyways, Omega Mart. Yeah, so Omega Mart, there was like commercials and all that stuff. And one of them was basically talking about the if you got a lemon from Omega Mart, to return it because, and then it's like an eyeball to kind of open up. And I actually talked to Thomas and I said to him, did you get your inspiration from Omega Mart? And he basically said, I've never heard of this. This is new to me. I actually just thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool to have an eyeball there? And I'm just like, two minds think alike, I guess. It's quite interesting when that kind of comes into play. But yes, they're going to be talking about what's with the eyeballs, what's with them. And they kind of give you a little hint of what they might be. But later on in the story, they'll go into depth, and I can give you I have a hint, or not a hint, but I have a funny feeling I know where they're coming from, and that's something to be in perspective, which will not make sense at the time this video comes out, but it would make sense if you're watching this during my chronological order as far as these things come out. In fact, I'm sure that video is going to be my last one to talk about. No, doing this now probably is going to be my last one before I caught all the stuff caught up for the Addams. So that's fun. But hey, we got some more of the pumpkin eyeballs just staring, and I love the little animations they do here. Also, that cookie box, man, is so weird. I really don't like how it looks. I don't know why. I don't. Anyways, we got a thing for Kitty. It's something called The Day After. Do you get the joke? It's from the movie. It's when they were basically hung over from the catnip trip. And yeah, there he is. Look how late. Look at this. Look how hungover he is, sleeping like that. What? It's like they reused an animation or something. Oh, no, but that can't be. But hey, he's not the only one. We got It. Yes, Cousin It. We finally got his thing here. Based on the promotional. I don't think he actually wore that during the movie. I think it was just during the promotional pictures from the trailer and stuff like that. But anyways, we got this nice chair. Never appeared. But hey, it's nice that they kind of make some things here and there that I can recall. Anyways, let's have them do The Day After as well. So we get to have these two guys party hard. And now they're paying the price by being knocked out and sleepy, just like me. I'm always sleepy, it seems like, but that's just neither thing there. Now then, let's zoom in. There we go. Look at that. Look at them sleeping. Aren't they precious? Man, that catnip. Whew, that's sick. Whew. And I get it too. They couldn't say anything else. So what is the most PG rated substance that they could have used? Yes, catnip. Because that's kind of like a substance indeed. I would bet. But anyways, after this box, yay, we did it finally. But that's not it, because we also got something else coming up as well, something finishing up, and it's this one. Yes, we got two cookie boxes, one for the level and one for the game. Main event anyways. And yeah, we're done with that, so now we have to do this. So road to success. Oh boy, it's gonna be a little while for me. But hey, that's the point of the game, to try to keep you entertained and kind of make you want to play the game every now and then, right? But, you know, for some people it's kind of hard. They only play during the events or when new stuff kind of comes in. But, yeah. Gotta do the snaps every time I yawn. That way you know I'm not just being quiet all of a sudden. But I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to find a way to figure that stuff out. How to stop it. Oh, get some sleep, Grim. Oh no, that's the problem. Even when I get proper sleep, I still feel like this. I'm just calm. I'm just always this way. That's why I never talk, because when I do, I end up sleepy. It's a weird feeling, I know. But hey, at this point, you guys have gotten used to this idea. And there, sometimes I'm pretty good, and other times I'm not. But anyways, let's open one more box. Oh, wait, anyways. It's the other thing. Yeah, it's the level progression thing. Gotcha. And, anyways, got that done here. Alright, so, what could we talk about? You know what, let's talk about that weird thing that kind of came up, the Ghostopia stuff with the promotions thing. Yeah, that's interesting. It's just the point of, Well, we got the item. I guess I'll talk about that later. I got a few stuff now. One with Fester and the Ghostopia. So the Ghostopia thing. So yeah, basically that whole thing was just basically getting postcards and sending it out to the Addams, and it was not much, but there are videos out there on YouTube you can look at and actually see what it used to be like. So, you're not out of the blue with that. So that's cool. But anyways, one thing about Fester, what I thought was interesting, is the fact that Fester Me Boy, I complained about why he didn't have a certain thing on there, and I know why. It's because it would have been spoiling the movie. In fact, when you watch the tease or the June release, the first trailer to the thing, when you got introduced to it, they made two versions. They made one version of Fester normal, and then the second one, when it was close to release, they have another version, but this one is Fester with the arm that he has, and that's because that's spoiling what's going to happen in the film and the whole purpose of what was going on. It was from beginning to end. It kind of lead up to it. And perhaps in the future they might actually bring that in as a costume. They may have already, but you won't know until you get closer to next year, now wouldn't ya? But I digress. We got these eyeball flowers, which is nice. Let's just put it down here.
Those flowers prove to you that watching eyes are real, Wednesday?
Oh, I have no doubts. I've been tracking the progress of the cryptics for some time.
Then why didn't you let me know I wasn't crazy?
I'm conducting 2 scientific studies simultaneously. One is on tormenting you.
Oh, so they're linked from the last update. I see what you were doing there, Thomas. You're a smart guy. You're a funny man. I'll talk more about that right after this.
What's that block thing? Why does it fill me with dread?
It's just a puzzle cube, Uncle Fester. Well, this one has eyes formed from cryptics.
It's just a... God, you put 2 A's there, man.
Otherwise, it's a normal puzzle. Do you want to try to solve it?
Not with those eyes watching me. You know I can't perform under pressure.
I know someone who isn't bothered by that. Here, Socrates, I know you can solve it.
Solve the cube. Yes, get the cube stuff and then trap a fiend. That's what they're called. I guess that's what they're calling it. But yeah, that's interesting. In fact, why would you give Fester the cube? He would just eat it. Yes, there was a reason why they ended up with the cube. It's interesting. It plays on the game. Again, they're cute with putting things in there that's kind of linked to the movie, but not really. Mm-hmm. But I digress. But, right, where did I left off? Right, the cryptics. Alright, so if you remember last update, that being the cryptic crypts, you probably, or creepy crypts, you would know that during that update they kind of had a more cryptic kind of feeling, and that was kind of like they're like, oh, we know this is not going to be Halloween, so here's your Halloween spooky monsters. Anyways, we got the gold pass, so that's great. And, oh, we didn't level up. That's interesting. I guess we were 2 leveled up before. Oh well. Alright, we got 2 more things left to do, and then we're done. Isn't that great? But yeah, we got some costumes to go on here. One of them is Gomez. Oh boy, cowboy. Alamo. Yeehaw. Yippee up, car partner. I love it too in the film. He was kind of acting like the role, just like, how did that part, he had that Americanized act, like, how Apu back in The Simpsons had to try to be American and he had that accent to him. He kind of did the same thing here. But yeah, this is the Addams Family horror stories that they teased during this book, and maybe they'll actually get the chorus to it, but yeah, unfortunately, probably not, because this film, this is not really Halloween, is it? It is more promotion for a movie. Movie, and I get it. This game is based off of the movie too, so it makes sense to promote the sequel to the film based off of the game that's based off the movie. I get it, but still, why Halloween? Why couldn't you have released this during the summer? That would have made more sense. But no, couldn't be bothered. Oh, thank you, by the way. I was just, thanks Wednesday. You was with Grandma shaking the thing. Right, too distracted. I apologize. We get to see some pretty animations while this was going on. And hey, look, it's Thing and his interesting animation here, which is opening up this jar. And he gets interesting fireflies when you do that. And yeah, interesting that that's his costume based on the fact that he was the driver for the hybrid camper. Oh god, the film itself. And I'm trying to remember what the actor's name was, but he was in a bunch of different films. He was in this film as well. He played as the guy who was trying to go after the Addams because they might have thought this is like he was trying to get after Wednesday because it's like there was this thing that happened, and he played I don't know what his name was, but he was the guy who kept on saying oh god, I can't even say the word now, but indescribable or something like that, or indespicable. It's something stupid like that. And he's like, I don't think you know what the word means. The Princess Bride, I think that's what it's called. No. Maybe? Yeah. I can't remember, but I know Andre the Giant was in there. So that movie, you know who I'm talking about. He also played as the boss for Mr. Incredible. Yeah, I'm just picking up random weird movies that this guy based his play on. But yeah, that guy, you know him. He has the voice. But whatever. I'm sorry. I know he has a name, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was. So, God, I'm sorry. Blanking out here. Trying to keep this entertained because this is going to be a long part, in a sense. But, hey, it's fine. I can make this work. We're almost done with this anyways. So, yeah. It's nice to archive some things in the past. Although, I'm still kind of peeved that this isn't really, well, maybe it can get to Halloween. I'm sure. Perhaps maybe there might be a little Halloween near the end of it. I mean, the cryptics are here, so maybe that's something. That wasn't in the film. The cryptics never appeared in the film, so they're the Halloween spooky creatures this time around. That makes no sense. Oh, yeah, and I got Lurch's couch, by the way, which there's no room for, so I guess I'm going to have to remove that couch. Yeah, I guess goodbye. Goodbye, couch. Goodbye, sell you. Now we have a better couch. A better couch, yes. So when we get him, he can sit down, which will be perfect. Right. And then we have a bunch of this stuff here, which is always fun. Oh, bye, Needleworth. Huh. Interesting, he just puffs out of smoke. That's the first time I actually saw him actually disappear. Normally, they just kind of poof and disappear. Poof like that. But I guess the hours was up and he decided to walk away. I actually never saw what happens to Sophia once her time is up. What she does, what she runs away, and if she disappears in a puff of smoke. I'm going to assume she does. I'm guessing. There must be magic. I know in the past they said that Petunia is not magic, but how can you explain her coming from leaves? That's only a witch can do that. Makes you think. But we got this interesting item here, which has some interesting, weird, yeah, they kind of do different shapes. I'm trying to remember where this was from. It might be, they might have caught the fireflies. I think that's what they're referencing here, because there was one moment they were camping. That might be what I'm thinking. Yeah. Perhaps that's what I'm thinking. I digress. Anyways, what am I doing here? Oh, good. We got a bunch of these boxes. I guess I'm going to put that off my off time, won't I? Right, we finally got the box. How long did this took me? Let's find out together. Alright, so we got this now. So, we took this back in the, well, whatever. We'll take a break. Alright, welcome back, and I finally found out it was the 16th. Fiendish Jar. That's it. That's what it's called. Right, so we got, last time we got the cube from the break, and now we're going to put this down here, somewhere. Where should we put this? maybe in Parker's game room, but I don't know. Maybe this room? Maybe. God, where can I put this? You know what? I'm gonna put this out in the hall. Yeah, let's just do that. I'm sure it's gonna... Yeah, I'll find somewhere later.
I managed to trap one of these tiny cryptic bugs. How interesting.
Can you just tell us the most important thing about these bugs, Wednesday?
What's that, Grandma?
What do they taste like, and how can they best be prepared in a dish?
Of course, what Grandma would be thinking about food. In fact, that's probably why she's shaking it right now. She's like, yum yum! Oh, God. Alright, here comes the final quest.
These Halloween pumpkins are really creepy with those watching eyes.
I know, isn't it great? I can feel the glare at me even when my back is turned.
These will scare off any trick-or-treaters. That leaves more candy for us.
Come to think of it, I don't think we've ever gotten a trick-or-treater. I wonder why.
Maybe because Kitty hunts kids in costume for his version of Halloween treats.
The glaring pumpkin. The world will never know. We need to put some pumpkins down and get the final Addams Halloween Stories books. Yeah, that's the only link to this being Halloween. Except for the pumpkins and the weird eyeball creatures, bugs, things, the fiends, whatever they call them. I guess they're calling them fiends. Okay. Right. Well, yeah. So I'm assuming they came from the crypts down below and ended up just decide to go on to stuff. I don't know why you thought eyeball. Ah, yes, eyeball scary. And remember when I said earlier with when it came to Socrates and his little thing? Yeah, about that. Let's go ahead and look that up right now. But it's going to be a little while for him to waddle here, so let's just cut through, shall we? There we go. Look at that. Look at the little guy. Man, he is pretty good when it comes to the sword swishing. Although, to be fair, that's a baby sword, so that's a training sword. I guess it makes sense because they want to make sure that he doesn't cut himself. Tool, heal, slash. Cool. Oh yeah, and ignore Fester, by the way, with him walking on coal. I assume I had to do that for a quest, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was, because I didn't record it, and again, it's almost been a year since this happened, so my bad. But anyways, yeah, we got that going on there, so that's cool. Anyways, let's see this here. Yeah, we finally got Fester to do that. Thank you very much, bud. And, yeah, we still need to get this, which we unlocked. Hooray, so let's just see him do this. Alright, so basically I'm juggling, and I go, whoops. The vials, by the way. Well, this is important. And, yeah, in his costume that he does, pretending to be a shark. God, I still remember that from part 1. Ah, well, the people over there thought it was scary, Pugsley. You know. No. It was something else, Fester. I digress. I can't for the life of me remember. But hey, look, we got our final pumpkin. Well, we got more pumpkins to come through because they're all like different colored. By the way, that's a big bug in there. Why does it do that? Look at this. I could just make a happy face and it'll just be weird eyeballs. Eyeball pumpkins. You know. Yeah, we still need to get some stuff here, which is going to be a little while, but that's, yeah, look at this. Look at what we need to do here. But anyways, wow, that we got this done. Let's go ahead and finish off with the story. Finally. Here we go.
Gather everyone for a night of horribly scary Addams Halloween stories.
Oh, finally, now we're getting to the good stuff.
First, the dutiful son, about a boy who did his chores, attend school, and...
Stop! I can't take it! It's too terrifying!
You'll feel better after you blow up something, Pugsley. Come on, I'll help you.
If I knew this tale would give us time alone, I'd had planned a Halloween date, Tish.
What? That's it? That's the story? That's where you're ending it off on? Oh, boo! Boo, you suck! You make me mad. I You know what's even worse about this, folks? This is take 2, because the original audio I had for this just went off on me. It glitched. So I have to now re-record this part again. It made me so happy. It makes me grinning with joy. Right. I guess because it's the next day, I'm not too bummed about it, but still, next time, mental note, videos are this long, do not record. I have to take breaks, because I can't do it for hours now. That sucks. Anyways, we got more eyeballs, so that's great. Let's put the eyeball here. We're perfect. Fantastic. Yeah. There you go. And the black eyeball. Got 4 now. Oh, great, we got another one. So, I guess that means we can put more down, but unfortunately we have yet to still get some stuff going. Right. There's still some more stuff to do, despite the game being done. That's not the over part, because we still need to get some more costumes and all that other things and more. So that's perfect. Anyways, got this going on here. Alright, so I'm just showing off that there's a few more colors we have left, and one of them is because of a bundle. Right, anyways, yeah, I forgot. There's this glitchy bit here. I'm not sure why, but there you go. Alright, yeah, there. Funny indeed. I thought so anyways when it happened. Alright, so we got some stuff here going on. Still. Got some exercise. God, it's the next day and okay, yeah. Now I remember what's going on here. So, apparently, I ended up unlocking something on my off time. And that's, this costume here. Oh, look! Let's try this again. I unlocked the costume. Oh, look! It's the Mazurka thing. Does he have any animations with it? No. No, he does not. It's just a costume, so that's fantastic. But I ended up wanting to show you something, because I don't think I showed you this during my normal playthrough, and that he has an animation here called Spy on Neighbors that drops us an hourglass, or one of those glass things, so I want to show that off. So at least you have some interesting thing to go off here. So, there you go. Let's just do that right now. Alright. Again, I'm still kind of peeved. You don't know this by the back end, but my god, re-recording something, it's just... Oh lord. It sucks. It really does suck. But anyways, let's just see this. There you go. Look at him. He's just spying on the neighbors. And I did mention that this kind of looked like Ichabod, but it might be, but I'm not 100% sure. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they kind of based it off of. Right. Anyways. Now, this is on sale. The premium pack, so one of the 3 left. Or 2 left, I should say, that we have. And of course I'm going to get it, because I would be dumb not to get it. So there we go. Now we got Wednesday Lurch, and we got Cousin It's and the jalapeno balloons. Oh boy. Oh god. And we still have yet to get the stairs. I think once I get the stairs, I'll have my past self kind of go off and talk about exactly how I felt about this. And, it sucks having different days come in afterwards, but, it sucks. But I guess I'm going to have to do this now. I have to cut it halfway, so... Yeah, well, that's just something I've learned. Oh well. I'm not as angry as I was before. Or, pretended to be within the aspect of this. But yeah, color me disappointed with this update just because of the whole Halloween thing, right? But anyways, so we got that going on here. And we got a new thing for Lurch, so let's take a look. There he is. Poking Pugsley. Yep, doing little experiments. Does the doll feel this? Let's see. I don't know. We should probably see Pugsley. See if he actually does feel that or not. And unfortunately, we have Wednesday's costume, but we can't use her because we need the item that is exclusive once you get all 3 bundles. So that's always great. And let's open up a box. There you go. There you go. Alright, let's just do some more of this. Right, so... Again, this is going to be a bit of awkward stuff here, but Yeah, whatever. Right, so now let's see this. Socrates' animation with him doing the cube, which, if you know in the movie, then you'll get why he's doing this. And the little reference is there. Again, when you watch the film, it's great with the little nods here and there, but, you know, it's just... Why couldn't it have been a Halloween movie? Like, it could have just been a summer movie and that would be fine. It's like, oh, Addams are spooky. It's like, no, it doesn't make sense. Like, come on, man. Anyways, here's a thing about this. Promotion advertising thing, so I wanted to share that. And I might as well put the balloon down. We get one balloon, just the one. You don't get two, you just get one. So here's one sad, happy balloon. Not sure where to put it. And then we have its jet ski from the film that we ended up unlocking too. It doesn't use anything with it. It's just an item, just like the motorcycle that was associated with it. So, yeah. Anyways, I really don't like the shape of its ski mobile. Or yeah, I don't know anymore. Right, we're almost close to. We get another pumpkin, and we're almost close to getting the prize, last one, which is the stairs. I believe once I get to the stairs, I think I do end up making a comment about my thoughts overall with the update. Anyways, let's put this little guy down. Hopefully. Oh, it's a red one. Right. So we're slowly building this creepy stuff up. I will have to say, you know, you could put a big smiley face on both of these two here, and it kind of makes it look like a face that's looking around again. So then, now I'm going to buy the rest of the colors here and just put them around the mansion like some weird thing. Again, I guess this is supposed to be as creative as possible with making it spooky, and I guess that's why the last update was the theme as it is, because I guess, you know, again, you're already watching this video already halfway, like in the hour-long point. You know how bad this is, right? It's... right, whatever. Right, okay, so we got that going on here. Alright, so now... there we go. With 8 days to spare, we finally got the stairs. Oh boy. Let's take a look at the prize, shall we? So this was last year with the Halloween stuff, and now this is this year's. Wow, look, it's like the movie. Nothing to do with Halloween at all. Wow, nothing. I do like the flowers, though, and the little jalapeno balloons and stuff, and then we got the road sign like Niagara Falls. Remember that scene? That was funny. Right, whatever. And, what a nice flower there. I didn't zoom that in just because something else popped in. No. I just wanted to show you the flowers because I really did like them flowers. That's a joke, by the way. I don't. No. God. Right. So, there's still some things left to do, again, like I said, but we're not there just yet. Alright. There's this. I didn't get to show you this animation, I think. And this is one, it's animations, I guess, to get soot, I think, or, you know, the black stuff. So, this is how he does it here. And, yeah, interesting little animation there, but, you know, something I wanted to share. And, what else am I going to be showing off here? Oh, yeah, and then there's this here. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be exactly, but, it's something, alright. Anyways, here's my past self to tell you exactly on the day of how he feels about this update, shall we? Alright, here you go. Okay, I pretty much finished this event for the most part. I'm still waiting on a down price for one of the bundles, just so I can get the final prize thing and be officially done. But the main prize here I got completed, so this is just going to be basically me giving my overall thoughts to this update. Gee, what can I say? Disappointed is probably the biggest theme to this update. I'll tell you why. This is called Halloween Stories. There is no stories whatsoever. You know what this is? This is Addams Family 2, the movie update. And what the problem is with that is Addams Family 2 has nothing to do with Halloween. 100% nothing. That's like a summer movie. And that's what this whole thing is, why it just sucks. It just 100% sucks. And I get it.
right? The items, the things like that, like it's based off the movie, did a great job. Like this, looks real nice. But you know what isn't? It's not spooky. Now, I'll give them credit, these like eyeball things. Yeah, that's creepy. I like that. I like what they're trying to do here. Too bad that everything else can't be the same. And that's what really troubles me about this whole spooky thing. Oh dear. I'm just kind of grieving here, but there are some things about this update I really did dig. One of them is this surprise, the camper little thing up here. That was a little fun activity on to the side, and it gave us this honking junk, which actually drops some diamonds. So if you're someone who didn't invest in, like, say, the starter pack like this, the diamond trunk, you can at least get some diamonds for free every day here with the camper. So something like that, I will give the team credit for. I actually did like that. That was one aspect I really did like. The animations and whatnot, they're okay. Items they gave us, it's like, it's fine. You know, they're not, again, it's my biggest, this is why it's a disappointment. The items itself is not bad. For the fact that they're doing the Addams Family 2 movie, it's great. The problem I have is the Addams Family 2 is in the Halloween movie and thus sucks. This is the weakest of the updates, is all, right? Had they done this during the summer, no problems. But now we have problems. Because this isn't scary. This is just, you know? But that's just my opinion. And, yeah. So again, just to clarify, it's not bad because of what content it's given. It's really great content. The problem is, it's not this. Okay? It's not spooky. I'm sorry. Halloween is spooky. It's their favorite holiday. And what really disappointed me was the name of it. Halloween Stories. What stories were there? It wasn't any stories. That was just a hodgepodge of anything. And that's what probably did me in, was the title of this thing. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion, but yeah, it's kind of... I was thinking that this was going to be like Haunted Halloween 2, or Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween, but no, it didn't turn out that way. It's a shame. But what can you do?
Oh, look, we got this part of the thing. Isn't that great? Alright, so anyways, now it's November, and the thing's done. Almost done, I should say. So, we just passed Halloween, and it's now November 1st. Yep, the day after. It's supposed to be All Saints' Day. Right. Oh, God. Yeah, so a lot of this year has been kind of disappointing, especially in one of the other games I covered. Alright, I'm just looking at Slim for no reason, just because, again, zoom in stuff. Oh, and I do apologize on this, by the way. Yeah, this is all you're going to get with Morticious. I try my best, but apparently I stopped caring at that point. I do apologize. There's only 2 more days left. And, oh yeah, there we go. Bye-bye. Yep. So I ended up getting the pack, by the way, which is the last one, hence why we got Morticia's costume here. And I'm going to get the last of these pumpkins, so we would get all the colors of the rainbow that they offer us. So that's something. But, yeah, just recalling with one of my things I was going to say back in my old video that's somewhat corrupted. I think partially was, the fact that this whole update, like again, past me basically summed it up pretty well. And what I meant by worst is that, you know, I liked 2019, despite it not being an update. At least it was spooky. This is not. That's why. That's the only reason it's so down. But it's not the worst update, if that makes sense. And only reason it's not the worst is because it gave you, like, free diamonds. And I think that's partially why, too. And we finally got this item, by the way, from the movie. You know, the one where Wednesday ends up going underneath the umbrella to kind of catch some sun in Miami, and it's raining. And you know what's funny about this? There's a little rain cloud for it, but it's also going to be raining outside. So it's rainception going on here. You don't... Let's look at this coming up. Look, it's raining. So, raining on top of rain. It's like, it is indeed rainception. Look at this. This is crazy. Anyways, let's just look at this. So this, wow, look at this exclusive animation. This is what you're missing if you didn't buy all 3 packs. Wow, look at it. So, that's so worth it. That's partially also why this is also so down on the list, because of exclusion stuff off. And by the way, we're now on the Friday, which is the next day coming up here, and we got the Dia de los Muertos pack. I probably butchered that, but you know what I mean. It's the Day of the Dead. But yeah, now we're getting ready for Thanksgiving, which up in Canada is already happened. You know, back in October and all that. But you don't care about that. It's America, so therefore Thanksgiving. But you know what happens after Halloween? Christmas. So it's been just Christmas all the way until Christmas. So there's nothing to look for. There's no Thanksgiving holidays to look forward to. But, you know, I guess that's the next thing we have to look at. But before we do that, let's just take this in. There we go. Finally got this here. So now we get to take a look at these costumes and the exclusive animations they give us. And then we'll be done with this whole update. And, I guess we'll just go from there. Because, honestly, what else is there to go for? It's just, yeah, I'm just lost for words, really. It's, what can I say? Honestly, what can I say? I can't say anything, really. There's nothing coming on my mind because this update was just so meh, you know? It's just so disappointing with that. Honestly, I thought they were going to go something else, like, you know, Wednesday maybe being mad scientist, or, you know, maybe some sort of Western horror because they were with the Alamo costumes. But no, none of that. They had to follow with the movie. I get it, but, you know, you know what you should have called this? Halloween Vacation. You shouldn't just called it that. Why call it Halloween Stories? You were just setting this up to be disappointed. If it was Halloween Vacation, then I'll be like, alright, you know, fine, I get it. But no, it's not that. But I will say, I do like the camper idea. That was probably one of the highlights of it. That's the only kind of highlights. Everything else kind of sucked, as far as what was coming up. But yeah, that was Gomez's animation with him just wiping down the thing. Which, and then she's going to read the macabre, I think. Yeah, macabre reading. So, she's going to be reading a book. I believe this is the same book model that Wednesday used to read, I think, from one of the Thanksgivings. I might be mistaken, but I do recall that was one of the animations that was used before. So we got that. So here we go. Yep, there she goes, reading from her book. And she's looking like she's, like, having glasses on, but I don't think she has even glasses on, so, you know, I don't get what the whole point of that was, but there you go. Anyways, I've got 23 hours left before the update ends, and I go, oh, this is the end. The end. Except, not really, because I forgot something. Whoops! Silly me! I forgot to put down the items we unlocked. Yeah, like the spooky skeleton here, which actually looks pretty nice, I will give it that. So, let's just put this down, I guess, over here. Yeah, let's do that for right now. And then we will need to put down these banners. And the banners are weird because their layering is kind of wonky. You want to know what I mean? Look, it's just it's like one cube. Look at this. I can literally put it close to this. I guess it's not that bad that I can have more opening to do stuff. So it's not exclusive, but it's kind of weird that, you know, that's the limit. Hell, I'm even looking at the Halloween Carnival thing there with the Halloween costume contest that happened back in 2020. That was 10 times better than this update. Oh Lord, I am just so God. I guess you're getting it right now, but yeah, what can I say about this update, man? Just the fact that the audio glitched on me, that I have to redo this again. It's perfect, fantastic. I'm all sort of sunshine. This is the best time to do this video stuff, you know. Trying to recatch stuff that was happening from last year, but what can you do? But anyways, the next day is going to come up, and let's finish this off officially with this. The Halloween congratulations, Halloween contest is done. Yay. So, and then we got this pack, so that's nice. So yeah, that's officially it for end there. So, yeah, that's roughly it. So, like I said, this is usually the time when I talk about the update in total and tell you about my thoughts and the feelings, but you've already seen exactly how I feel about this update. Just everything about it, just, oh god. It's just it's just the fact this was based on the movie. That's literally it. And I get it too, because, you know, this game's based off of the first movie, so it's like they have to do movie. So this is a movie based on the movie. Movieception. But, you know, that's probably something that they had to be forced to kind of do, so that kind of sucks. But, you know what? It's you know, it's what it is at the end of the day. I mean, I will say there's some good things that came out of it, like the camper. That whole thing was fun. Especially with having it for a little bit, and the idea that came with it, I thought it was kind of cool. But again, nothing really to go for and show for it. But yeah, and then yeah, there's Morticia, as I pretty much kind of showed off later. But yeah, you know, I think that's pretty much it. I think we should probably end this show, don't you? Yeah, I think you've been here long enough. So, I've been Grim, and I'll be seeing you next time for whatever Addams Family comes in store, which most likely will be Thanksgiving. So until then, hope you enjoyed your Halloween, and hope you enjoyed the movie, because after this, I certainly didn't.